Sergio Perez is slowing down. We've got a virtual safety car. Oh, they've had a bad pit stop. Yuki Tsunoda, I think, has just crashed out. Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's race reaction. Very excited for this one. It's a Canadian Grand Prix. Starts in a couple of minutes. After qualifying yesterday, I feel like everyone has quite high hopes for this race. And I think it's going to be really eventful or potentially a bit boring, but I'm expecting a Max Verstappen victory. That's my main prediction. I think everyone is at this point. However, I think he will really dominate the race and be leading by several seconds. I'm going to go for a second place finish for Lewis Hamilton and maybe a third place for Sergio Perez or Carlos Sainz. I'm not completely convinced by Ferrari's package at the moment, so I think he might struggle to keep that third place. But I think unfortunately for this race we will see the top drivers and teams come to the front just because there's 70 laps to go. There's a lot of opportunity to make up for those that are out of place currently. But we've only got a couple of minutes to start, so I'm going to let Crofty introduce the race and I'll see you in a second. This is one of the Grand Prix that I'm actually quite nervous to watch. Right, 3, 2, 1, they're off. Okay, Max Verstappen has just got an incredible start. Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso are coming together. Okay, so far clean going through turn 1. Yeah, okay, so Alonso was not able to send it to Verstappen. Verstappen, sort of as predicted, has decided to just jump ahead and put his car, gosh, probably like 4 car lengths in front of Fernando Alonso, who's currently second. Carlos Sainz is keeping up to Alonso though. Okay, Mick Schumacher's dropped a place, but that's okay, that was sort of expected. So it's Verstappen, Alonso, Sainz, Hamilton, Magnussen, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Russell, Ricciardo and Joe making up the top 10. I don't know what's happened to Pierre Gasly during that first lap. He's dropped nearly 3 places. Leclerc has risen by 2 places, so that's good news. He's on the hard tyre as well, so he'll be going for a longer stint. But Gasly, who's on the medium, dropping to 18th is a bit odd, so it'll be interesting to see a replay of that. So we're only 6 laps in and there's already been reports of graining on the front tyres for those who chose to go on mediums. So is this going to be one of those races where strategy really plays a part? Are the drivers who decided on hard tyres actually going to get to the front? We'll see. Also, Magnussen's sort of had his race a bit ruined. He's just been shown the black and orange flag, so he needs to come in and get his front wing changed because the FIA have said so. So he was in 6th place. Oh my gosh, I'm just watching Pierre Gasly nearly run into the back of either Lance Stroll or Vettel there. I think it was Lance Stroll he nearly ran into the back of. Oof. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen's in 6th place. So that's going to pretty much ruin his race, which is a shame because he looked quite competitive, like he could get a top 10 finish. Sergio Perez is slowing down. Oh. Is he out? I think Sergio Perez is out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got a yellow flag now in sector 2. We're on lap 9. Safety car potentially. Oh no, but what happens about the people who've just come in the pits, like Kevin Magnussen? Oh, and Vettel and Gasly. Oh, what awful timing. Yeah, we've got a virtual safety car. What terrible timing for those who've just come in the pits. It's also been a really bad weekend for Perez after qualifying yesterday and now having to retire from the race. Will Red Bull be worried now for Verstappen if it's a Red Bull issue? We've got some pit stops because of the virtual safety car. Okay, so Verstappen's coming in. Looks like potentially Ferrari. Oh no, Sainz has just gone past. Okay, Verstappen's come in. Yeah, he's gone on hard. I don't know why he came up for mediums there. But Sainz has gone ahead. So are they thinking that the overcut will be better at Ferrari? I don't know how I feel about that. You've got an opportunity for virtual safety car. Why wouldn't you pit? I think that's a really odd strategy call from Ferrari there, unless they think that they can make up such a massive gap. We've got a virtual safety car. Okay, Mick Schumacher, we're on lap 20. I'm wondering how this is going to work out at the front. Wow, okay, so Russell is just coming out now. And he's 5th and he's done a cheap pit stop. Wow, okay, what a great chance. Sainz, I don't think pitted. I don't know if he just was too far ahead of the pit entry when that safety car came about. There's still no news on Mick Schumacher, so like Sky haven't mentioned anything here, so I don't know what's happened to him. But why has Sainz not come into the pits? It's such an easy option. Okay, let's see what happened to Mick here in the replay. Right, so Joe overtakes him. Oh, his car just died, which is horrific because he was running around 8th place, 7th or 8th place. Okay, Sainz has come in finally. I'm hoping for Alpine's sake that they've got like some sort of grand master plan, because Alonso hasn't pitted. He's had 2 chances of a virtual safety car and he's chosen to stay out. He's also on medium tyres. So on lap 30, Alonso has decided to pit. He's gone for the hards. He's got 40 laps to do on them. I think he'll be alright until the end of the race on that. Also up front, Verstappen seems to be having a lonely race. Consistently now, Sainz has been about 8 seconds behind him and just cannot catch up despite the fact that he's got a new set of tyres on. So I don't know whether that's just now kind of a Verstappen done deal. McLaren though are really not having a good race. They had a poor pit stop with Lando Norris where his tyres weren't ready after a double stack, but also Ricciardo's pit stop was fairly slow and he's currently in 12th place, so they're completely out the points at the moment and would be taking nil points as a constructor as well. So not a great day at the office for McLaren if this result continues. Been watching this DRS train for what feels like an eternity. Charles Leclerc cannot get past Esteban Ocon. Bit of an odd one at this track considering it's got quite a few DRS zones, but it is what it is in the modern age, I suppose. Right, Charles Leclerc has decided to box. He was just stuck behind Esteban Ocon. Oh, they've had a bad pit stop. Oh, 5.3 seconds. Ugh. What do you say? They came in because they couldn't get past Esteban Ocon. You can't then have a slow pit stop, and he's now landed in 12th, behind the DRS train that we were just talking about earlier. So Verstappen just came out then for the pit stop, and he was so close to Lewis Hamilton. Like, I was having flashbacks to Silverstone all over again. That was one of the most entertaining parts of this race. Sainz is now in front. He's got an 11-second gap between him and Hamilton, who's in 2nd place, with then Verstappen behind in 3rd currently. So Sainz really needs to push. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda, I think, has just crashed out. We didn't see it on videos because we were looking at Daniel Ricciardo, but Yuki Tsunoda, it appears, okay, the replay's just starting now. I don't know what happened there with Tsunoda, but Carlos Sainz got exactly what he wanted. He's into the pit. Why is it such a long pit stop though? 3.7. The positive is that obviously Sainz is going to have fresher tyres. The pack is now going to be bunched up because it's a full safety car. It's not a virtual safety car this time. So this could actually work out well for Sainz. But I think Ferrari have been very lucky there, and that Yuki Tsunoda crash has sort of gifted them a real opportunity. Just seen another replay of what happened with Tsunoda. So he had a pit stop, came out the pit exit, and I don't know whether it was a mixture of sort of like driver error and cold tyres, but he semi-locked up and then just went on straight and went into the barriers. And I don't know whether he was pushing too hard coming out the pit exit. I think it's probably a combination of cold tyres and driver error. So that is really frustrating for Tsunoda because he's had a pretty good season. Been a solid season for him so far. Okay, so safety car is ending. Max is backing up the pack. Okay, and he's gone. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he'd gone and then it seemed like he decided not to. Okay, now he's gone into turn 1. That was a decent restart, that, actually. But Sainz is keeping up. Hamilton dropped a little bit, but Sainz is keeping up. It was a good restart, though, from Verstappen. There's no DRS enabled on this lap, but as long as Sainz keeps within that 1 second distance, going through the DRS detection zones, we could see racing. Okay, Sainz has DRS going into this back straight. Struggling to get through, but he is only 0.3 seconds behind now. This could be a really interesting end to the race. Right, off we go again. DRS is open for Carlos Sainz. Yeah, it's just not close enough yet. Really would like Sainz to win this one. It'd be good for him and it'd be good for Ferrari, despite the fact that their strategy is a bit weird. Come on, Sainz. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, Charles Leclerc though is up into 5th, so that's a positive. If we can get Leclerc in 4th and Sainz in 1st, I'll be very happy with that. Verstappen is slightly pulling away. So before there was like a 0.6 second gap between Verstappen and Sainz, it's now around 0.8. So I don't know whether that's Sainz's best efforts finished. The DRS is still opening, but you really need to be close to the car to overtake here, it seems. I'm gonna need Verstappen to like lock up or something, because I want this battle so much between Verstappen and Sainz. I mean, kudos to both drivers. It's so intense the last 10 laps and they've held it together so well. But I do want a head-to-head battle. One more lap to go. So it wasn't to be for Carlos Sainz. It's a Max Verstappen victory. But Sainz got a great 2nd place and the fastest lap. Hamilton in 3rd, Russell in 4th. Great drive from Leclerc in 5th. 6th was Esteban Ocon, 7th was Alonso, 8th was Bottas, 9th was Joe, and 10th was Stroll. Really well done from Max Verstappen there, actually. He coped with the pressure very well. Just a shame for Carlos Sainz, but I'm always going to say that because I'm a Ferrari fan. But that was a great race to watch, especially at the end. Let me know what you thought about the Canadian Grand Prix in the comments down below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Did you prefer qualifying or did you really enjoy the race? Let me know down below and I will see you next time.